My name is Surah. I'm a meditation coach and trainer. I've been offering certified trainings to teachers and coaches for over a decade. And today, looking forward to sharing with you how you can create your own meditations and also your own meditation programs. So, first, think about what is it that you'd like to share? What would be a theme? If this is for a meditation or a program, what I'm about to share now is for both. And I'll help you hone in on the different skills needed for creating your own meditations as well as your own program. But first, think about a theme. What would you like to share? What do you feel called deep within your being to create? Something to think about is what are you interested in and what do you want to learn? What do you want to learn? Because actually, what ends up happening is that those subjects that you're interested in, that you want to learn more about, you become more adept as you start to create content around what it is that you feel passionate about. So it's important to just make sure I feel passionate about this. This is something that I want to learn. This is something that I'm interested in. And the reason I ask you that is that very often when people are creating content, they're thinking about other people. They're thinking about what's popular, what is going to get the most amount of people. And they're really thinking about trying to guess the market and the marketplace and appealing to everyone. And the thing is when you appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one. And it's about appealing to your own spirit. And you'll often find that by creating from your inner self, that that's going to create more resonance and more interest from people who truly vibe with what you have to offer. So you want to start with your authentic self and what you feel called to, what you know you would like to share, not what you think other people will like. And it's okay to have an awareness of what other people would like, what they would like to see and receive. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that as you develop your content. So now that you have your theme, your interest, what is your intention with your meditation or your program? What's your intention? Is it to help people heal from pain? Is it to help people sleep better? Help them with their finances, with their work relationships? So think about what your intention is. And when you do that, you're also in your mind thinking of the people that you're serving. So that's the next question. We're going to go through the who, what, where, when, and how, because you need to make sure that you knock all of these down so that you're coming up with a complete program, a complete service. And that's really who are you serving and what is their issue. So think about their problem, their challenge. What problem will you help solve or resolve? And what challenges are they facing? And that's a really great way to start developing content. You know, if you're helping people sleep, asking them, is it hard for you to fall asleep at night? Do you wake up multiple times? Just by addressing what their core issue is, that's how people know that your meditation is going to help them. So think about who is your audience, who are those people, and try to start with just one type of person. So think of one person you know that this would be helpful for. And again, it's really tuning into the power of one. So often when people are creating programs or meditations, they're thinking about, casting that whole net to capture everybody. And this is really about refining and allowing yourself to be narrow, to be limited, so that you're helping someone with a very specific problem that they know that they can receive benefit from. If you have a really broad topic, and there's nothing wrong with having broad topics or audiences like meditation for beginners and things like that, there's just a lot of information out there that appeals to this audience. So when you start with something that you're genuinely interested in and people that you're genuinely interested in serving. Maybe these are people of color or disabled people or people who work in the healthcare industry. So just begin to write down, about this person's lifestyle. Who are they? And just imagine in your own mind, this person is about this age, and this is where they shop, and this is how they live. And just imagine what it would be like by really placing yourself in their shoes. And this is a practice of compassionate awareness, learning how to extend your sense of understanding and empathy towards the people that you want to serve. So think about the who. Who is the audience? Who is the one person that you can think of that you'd be serving? Is it a busy mom or a busy executive? And just begin to imagine how they're living. And then think about the what, which is your content and the content that you're going to offer, which may be through the guided meditation or through your program. And think about what is going to serve them. What kind of meditation practice? And again, when you begin with your intention and the people that you're serving, you're going to imagine what kind of meditation would help bring balance into their life. What kind of practice is realistic for them to integrate into their daily life? So if they're a really busy mom, maybe it's short meditation practices consistently for a short amount of time that would be most beneficial to them. And maybe that would also include other content that a busy mom would appreciate, like a little worksheet or a checklist that they can put up on their fridge. So you're really going to think about the content that you would like to provide. And now with programs, you can provide audio, video, you can provide PDF worksheets or toolkits. So think about the packaging and how you want to run your program. Is it going to be 3 days or 7 days or 21 days or 7 months? And again, it's the intention that will determine how that content is created, based also on the lifestyle of the people that you're serving. So these days, a lot of people want to consume bite-sized information. They want something that's condensed, that they can get up and go in the morning, maybe before their workout or before they, take care of their kids in the morning. So that's why you're really going to take into consideration how you develop the content. Are they the kind of person who's going deeper into meditation study, so you can provide long awareness guided meditations? Or are they people that really need to have focus in the moment, so you create 5-minute focus meditations that are based on concentration? So there are lots of different types of meditation, from visualization to mindfulness to metta meditation, which is loving kindness. So you're going to tune in and sit within yourself to see what kind of meditation would be of service. And that will help you craft your own meditation. And I'll go into a little bit more detail about how to create your guided meditations. And then you're going to think about, when and how. And these are very important topics to look at for yourself. When are you going to record your meditations? How are you going to deliver them? Where is it going to happen? It's these types of logistics that include where you're going to do it, how much is it going to cost, when is it going to start, that often hold people back from launching their program. because it's like there's a lot of decisions you have to make, right? It's a lot of putting yourself out there and taking a risk, and it can be scary for some people. So be sure that you knock down those topics as well. Is it going to be on Zoom? Is it going to be in person? Where is it going to be? How many times are you going to meet? Think about these things. And again, think about the lifestyle of your clients and what's best going to serve them. If you are developing retreats, for example, you think about how much time they could realistically take, how much they're willing to invest in themselves, and how accessible you want to make that financially for them and also for you, because it's important that you also receive from this amazing work that you offer, and that it's okay to do well. It's okay to make a healthy income sharing meditation. Nobody has to, drive themselves into the poorhouse sharing meditation, although a lot of people have a lot of blocks about receiving from spiritual practice. So that's something that you can take some time to sit with for yourself for what feels right. Is it by donation? Is it free? Will people pay? So these are some considerations to take when you are launching a meditation program. So don't be afraid to be specific about what you're offering, to be bold, to say this is who it's for, and really lay that out so people who will benefit can come find you. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to run meditation programs successfully. There are different components. For example, a community. How will you have community engagement? Will people have time to mingle at the location and talk amongst themselves with tea and cookies? Or is there a Facebook group? So there's the community aspect. Also, the accountability. There's an aspect of accountability. What really helps people is being held accountable. And that's why a lot of people flail in their own meditation practice, is that there's no one really asking them about the progress of their practice or how they can deepen it. And that's a key component, as well as a live aspect where people are actually engaging and touching each other, not physically touching per se, but they're feeling touched by having this human contact. A lot of people right now are throwing up, these courses, and they expect people to go through these courses on their own online. And the truth is over 90% of people do not finish those courses. And it's really due to the fact that there's no accountability that's there. So if you have a way to have accountability and live interaction and make people feel included, connected, and part of something bigger, that's very inspiring for them to keep going through the program. So those are just some other aspects to keep in mind.